So E is probably the easiest derivative that exists. The derivative of e to the x is just itself, e to the x. The one thing you got to be careful about, if there is a function other than x in the exponent, always have to do chain rule multiplied by the derivative of the exponent. Okay, so if I take the derivative of 2 times e to the x, 2 is a coefficient. The derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. So it's just still 2e to the x. Plus the derivative of e, it just starts with itself. Everything has to match top to bottom, times the chain rule derivative of the exponent is -3. Now, the cleaner way to write this, since these are being multiplied, is to move the 3 in front of e, kind of like a coefficient. This is correct. This is just a little cleaner. Really watch with e, though. Product quotient rule. U, V. So remember, U, V prime minus V, U prime. The derivative of x squared, or U is just x squared, times the derivative of V. So we just keep e to the -x, but -x, the derivative is -1, plus V U prime. And once again, the cleaner way to write it, I'm going to leave e to the x kind of on the end. -1 times x squared. -x squared times e to the -x plus 2x e to the -x. So I just kind of like just leaving e to the -x at the end. And here's a quotient rule. Square the bottom. So whatever's on the bottom, just square it. That's what I start with on the top. The bottom times the derivative of the top. So e just stays the same, times the derivative of the exponent, minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, which is just 1. Best way to write this, I'm going to move the 2 in the front with the x. Final answer. Here's just an example of chain rule along with e. So power, trig, inside, move the power down, the inside stays the same, power, no trig, inside is just e to the x. You can leave it that way, or you can put the e to the x with the 3. These are both the same. Either way is fine. All right, the first thing I would do here is rewrite this problem. We know this, the square root is the 1/2 power. Then I would move it to the top, and it becomes -1/2. So the square root in the bottom is always negative 1/2 in the top. Power, trig, inside. When I bring the power down, subtract 1 from the exponent. This whole thing is just the power. Chain on the inside. So 2e to the negative x is just 2e to the negative x times the derivative of the exponent, which is negative 1. This 2 cancels out the 1/2. This negative 1 makes this negative 1 positive 1. And then I would just put e to the negative x in the front. Final answer.